welcome to another episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today we are going to be doing part 4 of our unfair competition. So it's going to be the Killer Instinct Hyper Arrow versus the Black Eagle Executioner in the speed test comparison. But I gotta apologize to you right off the bat. This morning has not gone very well for me, so I'm not going to get into it. But one thing I did forget, I just realized it, is I don't have the weights of the arrows with me. So I will post those right up here when we do them. Like I said, this is part 4 of the unfair competition. The speed test, so I'll be using the Caldwell Ballistic Precision Chronograph, and you'll see those on the screen. So with that said, let's get into the speed test. Okay, so let's get into the speed test on this. So let me change my cameras here, and I think it's this one that I want. Yep, there we go. So you'll see the speeds as we go along. So first up will be arrow number 3 on the Killer Instinct arrows. Like I said, we'll be posting the speeds and the weights of the arrows up here. And at the end, I'll post up the speed comparison along with the kinetic energies. All right, here we go. Arrow number 3, downrange. And that comes in at 395. So we're starting off pretty good. All right. So let's put the next arrow in. It's a little bit later in the morning than I wanted to be out here. Like I said, I had a few issues this morning. All right, arrow number 14. First round, arrow number 14. $3.99. All right. So hopefully you guys are seeing the speeds there on my other camera. Because I do have a third camera, but that's what was one of my problems this morning, is in testing, everything worked out just fine. But when I got out here, it didn't want to work. So I got to get that figured out before I do my live broadcast, which I'll be announcing that here in the next few days. Okay, so arrow, oh, I didn't want to do that. Arrow number 15, 1-5, downrange. $4.01. All right, now for the executioners. All right. Executioners, round 1. Arrow number 4. $3.80. All right. And the arrows that I'm shooting are the ones that I fixed. Because I told you in my last video, I had some fletchings come off. So I fixed those, and we're shooting them again. All right. Arrow number 5. Arrow number 5. Executioner. .384. And last but not least, one more executioner, and we'll go into round number 2. We've had a lot of rain the past few days. Still not enough, but man, has it been nice to have a lot of rain. All right, arrow number 6. .380. Okay, so I'll go collect those arrows, and I'll be right back. Okay, the problems keep popping up. The fletchings on the executioner, come over here, this one kind of ripped off, and I missed, and there's one inside the target, and this one came off, sort of. So, yeah, I've replaced them with arrow number 3 and arrow number 1. So I'm going to have to shoot an extra round to get the speeds on those. So we'll do that here at the end. But we'll continue on like nothing happened. And we will start off again, round number 2, with arrow number 3 of the Hyper arrows. All right, arrow number 3. Okay, 402. And the first round on that one was 395. All right. So those 2 new arrows that I got, I have no idea at all how much they weigh in those executioners. So we'll find out on that one together. All right, arrow number 14, Hyper. .403. And first round speed on that one was 399. All right. Nothing like having things go wrong when you're doing the video. But that's all right. Arrow number 15, Hyper. First round speed on that one was 401. And we got an error too. So let me go grab that one and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got an error too. So I went down and got that arrow on number 15. So let's try it one more time here and see what we get. Remember, first round speed on that one was 401. And now it came in at 402. Okay, so round 1, round 2 on the Black Eagle executioners. All right. So we'll start out with arrow, let's see, 5, 1 and 3. Okay, so arrow 5. Let me make sure I got my stuff here right. So this is arrow number 5. This is arrow number 1. Arrow number 5 was at 384, so we'll shoot that one first. Number 5. All right. Executioner, number 5. .383. Okay. So this will be the first round. Arrow number 1. And we'll see what we get. Again, I have no idea what the weight is of arrow number 1 because I haven't weighed that one. Well, I've weighed it, but I didn't weigh it with a tip on it. So arrow number 1. First round with arrow number 1 executioner. .384. Okay. So as you remember, the executioners are about 43 grains heavier than the hyper arrows. All right. Okay, arrow number 3, first round with arrow number 3 of the executioner. And that came in at 385. Okay, so I'm going to go collect those arrows and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm finding out real quickly that the fletchings on these executioners aren't staying on very well. Arrow number 3, the fletching came off, but I'm not going to go in and get another arrow. I have one more, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to continue on what we got going here. So round 3, right? Round 3. Arrow number, let's see, arrow number 3, hyper. So the first 2 rounds, 395 and 402. Let's see what we come up with now. All right. .398. All right. So we'll get arrow number 14 here. And give it a whirl. Arrow number 14, third round. 399 and 403. Okay, here we go. At 405. Okay. And arrow number 15 of the hyper. There we go. All right. Arrow number 15, hyper, third round. First round speed was 401. Second round was 402. Let's see what we can bring here in round number 3. $3.98. Okay. All right. Now we're moving on to the executioners. And let's see if I can send these two down without knocking any fletchings off. I do have a new fletching jig coming, but it won't be here until later this week. So I'm not going to fletch those ones until, refletch those until I get that one. Alright, arrow number 1. First round for it was 384. So this is arrow number 1, second round. And we will do another round with that one here in just a moment. $3.85. And then the third round for arrow number 5. All right, third round, arrow number 5. And that one was 384 and 383. All right. 384. Okay. So then we'll go down and collect those arrows and get number 1 back ready to go for its third round. Okay, so this is going to be the third round for arrow number 1 at 385 and 384. But before we do that, yep, another fletching has come loose. Right there on arrow number 5. So, it looks like I'm going to be refletching these arrows. Probably all of them because they keep coming off. I don't know if what's up with the glue. I have no idea. And that's from Black Eagle. So I'm going to have to try some different type of glue and try that. All right, so arrow number 1. Like I said, executioner, third round. And 384. Okay. All right. So let me go down and collect that arrow, and I'll be right back. Okay. So we're done with that unfair competition. And boy, I guess that was kind of unfair because I've got some arrows there that I have no idea what the weights are. So we'll find that out together, and I'll post everything here on the video for you. And man, is it getting, oh, it's getting awfully humid out here. I can see some clouds moving their way in, so it's getting a little, yeah, humid, so we'll probably get some more rain. Yes. So, the executioners, I mean, the speeds are staying pretty good. In the 380-ish area, 384, 385. So that's good. Even with the issues that we've been having with the fletchings. So we'll try and resolve those fletching issues for you. And I'm really, other than the fletchings coming off, I'm really happy with the executioners. So I'm going to have a shoot off, but I don't know which one I'll have the shoot off with. That's going to be a surprise. So that'll be our next video on, we'll call it the unfair competition round 5, the shoot off. Alrighty. So with that said, let's wrap this video up. And remember, family first. Take care of your family. By all means, get out there and hunt and see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter.